A terrifying beast, slavering and howling, emerges from a common hedge. A wild corgi approaches. What is your mighty Viking decision? He's a good boy. The corgi is elated. It seems the monster is indeed very keen on finding out who this good boy is, because perhaps, just perhaps, this good boy might be very close. Closer than he'd think. He's a good boy. The sheer excitement fills the dog with vast quantities of energy. Corgi intensifies. He has to know. By the gods, Viking, tell that poor dog. Tell him who the good boy is. Okay, so here we are with Doki Doki Ragnarok. This is a game where you play as Vikings. And we're just going to jump right in. Vikings trying to date or raid adjacent villages. So let's see what we've got here. The game did say full controller support, so yeah, we've got it here. You can change your voice. Interesting. So we got, looks like one lady, one dude, and one person who you cannot really tell the gender of. So, kind of want to play as this lady right here. She just looks cool. I just like the blue skin and horns. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, but I'm gonna just play as me. I'm gonna do what I would do if I was a Viking seeking love. I am a mighty Viking, yet I've never raided a village before. All the other Vikings make fun of me for that. I'm so embarrassed. But one day, after a long night of mead-based partying, everything changed. Brave Viking. Huh? It is I, All-Father Odin. What? Is this a dream? No, it's Odin. I just said that. Oh, right. Brave Viking, I have chosen you. It is time for you to conquer in the name of Odin, who is me. I'm gonna hug Odin. Overcome by raw pillaging-related emotions, you hug the almighty Odin. Ho ho ho! It's all right, brave Viking. Let my all-powerful beard embrace you. I'm just so glad to have a quest. A real quest. 'Tis true. I have granted a quest unto you. Set forth and plunder all the land for the glory of Vikings. Interesting. I am not going to flee. Let's just continue. Emboldened by Odin's words, you set out to sea. Your quest brings you to England, traditional target for Viking raids throughout history. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. It is here that you shall approach your first village. Your heart is beating faster. Your excitement could very much kill you at any moment. And then, a village appears in your sights. What? A Viking? Oh my. I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting a Viking invasion today. It's not like I want you to raid my coastline or anything though. Baka. You are greeted by the coastal town of Wareham. Fishery has provided these people with modest wealth. Quaint huts dot the hills. The populace, already worn down by the peasantry's harsh lifestyle, is also burdened by being English. Yeah, I get that. It is a simple, perhaps even introductory village. Time to conquer. But your trusty axe weighs heavy in your hands. Before this village, you feel ill-prepared. You can't think of anything to say. Could this be nervosity? Do not falter, brave yet nervous Viking. Odin appears before you. Your surprise is barely surpassed by your awe, balancing out to a cool raised eyebrow overall. I know you're thinking, what if I say something stupid? What if I come off like a total creep? What if I embarrass myself? Well, don't do that. Believe in yourself. See those hearts up there on top of the screen? Get one of those hearts and you have succeeded. Experts may aim for 2 or even 3 hearts. Every Viking needs their nap time eventually, so heed the number next to your hearts. It tells you how much more decisions you can make before the raid's end. In the upper left, you can find the mighty settings button. Smash that button for powerful options, or for restarting the raid if you're a crazy daredevil. Now go out there and date that village. You gulp heavily. You face the village. Well, hello, warrior. I hope you like my easily conquerable treasure holes. What do you say, Viking? I'm a fierce Viking conqueror. Wow, you really are. That powerful physique, that powerful gaze, that powerful smell. I know being looted by roving bands of Vikings is all the rage among coast towns these days. Yet I never expected it to happen to me. Brave Viking, you're doing well, doubtlessly due to the after effects of the guidance I offered earlier. I'm sure you're wondering, but great Odin, where do I go from here? I was wondering that. I know, right? But fret not, as a Viking, you always have a number of powerful Viking actions at your disposal. Go on a raid, drink delicious mead in a fierce manner, praise me, your delicious badass god, Odin, or invade England like the cool Viking that you are. Listen to the villagers and decide what the best course of action is to pillage your way into their hearts. There may be distinct hints for figuring out what to do. Casual havoc erupts among the populace, which starts realizing that their hometown is being flirted with. Clearly, there is that certain magic between you and the village. Well, it's not like I know anything about Viking raids. You wouldn't be so bold to just raid houses for treasure, would you? Oh, I'm ever so curious if you would, fierce Viking conqueror. Wow, brave Viking! Remember what I said about hints? There was a hint just now. Wow, it's like I'm an all-knowing god of wisdom or something. What would you like to do now? Raid! Let's raid! Cleaving and reaving and loving it, you wreak havoc on the unsuspecting fisher people. Their riches are yours, and wow, are they ever. Using your unique reaving style, conquering with one arm, flexing your muscles with the other, you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Incredible, mighty Viking! I see you know how to treat a lightly defended settlement. If you keep destroying and being a general plague upon these innocent people, I might just fall for you. Well, that was some action, wasn't it? Viking action. I've got 4 different ones, apparently. Impressive of you to count that high. Luckily, you do not sense any sarcasm, probably because you do not know what that is. What else are you capable of, Viking? Impress me. Actually, I enjoy a number of highly intellectual activities. Fascinating. You did not seem to type. Ha! And that's where you're wrong. I don't even know how to type. I don't even know how to respond to that. Shows how intellectually outmatched you are. I guess I am. The Viking school of thought holds so many surprises for me. Could you teach me more? Or, better yet, who was it who revealed the deeper secrets of Viking philosophy to you? Maybe they can teach me as well. Time is growing short. You're barely begun pillaging, and yet the day is almost over. You were so immersed in your first real plundering experience, you forgot all about the time. Soon you'll have to turn back before you miss nap time, but first, one last Viking action. Think of all you've learned, brave Viking. What might be the best course of action? Choose wisely. What will it be? Viking. Let's praise Odin, sure. Desperate for advice from the old father, you let words of praise resound across the land. And truly your words are heard. Odin the All-Knowing appears from the heavens. Incredible. It is Odin, the great god of Norsemen. Wow, I gotta get his autograph. Hear my words, brave Viking. When you use your Viking action to praise me, I shall appear before you and impart my wisdom. Gallons of wisdom drooped right onto your brain pad, freshly brewed in the kitchen of my mind. Oh great Odin, please don't describe it that way. I won't stop and you can't make me. Anyhow, ask me for advice anytime. I'll haul ass all the way from Valhalla and share my thoughts. Here, brave Viking, I suggest you let them know how powerful your raids are, and then deliver. I know you can do it, brave Viking. Your raid has found an end. Doubtlessly, you have acquired riches beyond counting, which may not be a lot actually because you're not all that good at that counting. Yet all the riches in the world would be meaningless if you could not brighten this village's day. The village surveys the utter destruction that has been brought upon the settlements. Traces of badass Vikings flipping out can be seen everywhere. Walls were toppled, treasure holes raised, a farm has been turned upside down. Chicken, formerly held captive, now thrown free to seek vengeance upon the fleeing farmers. Mead spills result in naturally occurring lake systems. And you feel the village's warm smile. What a day. Viking, this was a truly romantic encounter. You conquered with such passion, yet so much understanding. I know you're new to this, but you already pillaged like a pro. Please, that's all I could do as your friendly neighborhood Viking. Oh, then I guess I'll see you around. Neighbor chat. Success! You led your Viking party on a fearsome raid. And more importantly, you found love and mutual understanding. Having burnt down all of these houses, you truly feel like you have matured emotionally, if just a bit. Dare I say, you learned more about yourself as well? You definitely did! Rejoice, brave Viking! You succeeded beyond my wildest dreams, and I can see the future, so that means a lot! But that is just the beginning, my child. There are many more villages out there, just waiting for that one special Viking. Oh great, Odin, I thank you for your guidance. I swear I will be the most badass Viking to ever date a village. Oh, will you now? Then I wish you good fortune, brave Viking. May your mead be never ending. Praise be Odin. Yeah, praise be me. What is love? You are a fierce Viking. Powerful, boastful, prideful, filled with all sorts of incredible ingredients. Leading the cool and inspiring life of a jet-set pillaging superstar, you travel the sea, always on the lookout for adventure. What terror will you bring upon the unsuspecting citizenry today? You just can't decide. Maybe today you'll just sail into port and be so obnoxiously cool everyone will feel envious and inferior. That'd be pretty badass, you reckon? Or maybe you'll just steal all the treasure, set a roof or two on fire, and seriously bother a duck or something. Let's find out. You steer your ship to the coast with a powerful lean landwards. You can barely contain your excitement for all the PG-13 Viking action coming up. Yet you wonder, does being a huge badass all the time truly fulfill the desires of a lonely heart? But brave Viking, there's no time for self-doubt. A picturesque village appears in sight, filled with treasure, negligible defenses, and lots of prime Odin praising opportunity. What beautiful landscape, what immaculate architecture, what easily terrified population. You ready your favorite action, explosion. And just then you know exactly what to say. Yeah, I gotta go with the rah 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 rah. Rah! Your battle cry thunders across the beautiful landscape, making most of it catch fire instantly. Awesome, it worked. Viking-flavored panic engulfs the village, a prime pillaging environment. You hesitantly gaze upon the picturesque village. Interesting. You're making quite an entrance there, Viking. I see you truly need to kick ass and take names. But as impressive as your introduction is, could you also behave when it counts? Behave? I'm not entirely sure what that word means. Did you make that up just now? Nay, I merely referenced the dictionary. It is an actual word, dear Viking. Proper behavior and manners are very important to me. It would be impossible to stay proper otherwise. You should take a look at England next time you attack. They may be able to teach you a thing or two. Now then, you fierce invader. What will you do next? Surprise me, or not? I'm confused by that dialogue right now. Ask England? Aren't we in England right now? I mean, my first instinct is to attack England, honestly, because I fucking hate my home country. So let's do that. In a moment of, in all honesty, completely random anger towards England, a sudden idea crosses your mind. It wasn't sudden. This has been a long time coming, England. Like all Vikings, you have never heard of the concept of manners, but the English have. In fact, they're pretty darn famous for those. So as you attack your way across England, you pick up a few afternoon courses on proper manners along the way. Tough to find those in the active invasion you bring with you, but you manage. And then you return to the picturesque village, a better and more polite Viking. Incredible, your aura, it has turned so proper. Have you mastered the way of the Brit? Have your manners become yet another of your ever so sharp weapons? Verily, I do declare, gracious village, your politeness is shocking. The village appears very pleased with your sudden expertise of conduct. Wrong voice, but whatever. Your short display of pompous vocabulary has convinced me. You are a true gentle Viking. It appears the ice has been broken. The village was curious before, but now they are interested. This could be your chance to get closer to this lovely tourism spot who you intend to pillage and plunder. Oh, Viking son, you make me want to pick one of the 4 dialogue options to romance you. The ice has been broken. The first impression has been made. Now, what comes next? Show that you carry a conversation as easy as you carry an axe. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. 4 dialogue options. You get those too? Apparently. Pretty nifty stuff. They account for all kinds of romantic stuff you'd want to say to a Viking conqueror. They? Of course, sometimes you just get stupid gag options, and I do not feel accurately represented by that. I always expect some kind of very picturesque romance from systems like these. Very self-aware at this game. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Systems? And I'm just done with those plot lines where you just keep telling them what you think they'll want to hear and that works. Where's the drama in that? I wonder if the game's telling me something right now about the way it's working. Plot lines? Anyway, you were saying? You proceed to stare blankly into space. The village lets out a picturesque sigh. Even their sounds are, in some inscrutable manner, very picturesque. Well, let me ask you a question then. Your ears perk up. It appears thinking is required. Mind battles are afoot. Theoretical question, actually. Oh no, theoretical mind battles. If you had to choose between being a pretty, scenic, perhaps even picturesque tourism spot and being pillaged by a handsome Viking, what would you choose? Just hypothetically speaking, of course. No basis in reality whatsoever. Would you give in to the lure of dangerous Viking action? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yes, you should always follow your heart, because you'll always be a picturesque village no matter what. Yeah. Give passion a chance. Your terrified population will thank you in between screams and fleeing for their lives. You're right. Thank you for your considerate answer. The sound of approaching tourism alerts you. You can see them on the horizon, hordes of spending happy fellows prepared to throw cash at a picturesque village. In a way, the very opposite of Viking. Ah, the touristic terror approaches. You must flee, Viking, lest you be commercialized. Their gentrification powers are no laughing matter. True, your raid will soon be cut short, but rest assured, your final Viking action shall be your greatest yet. Well, I haven't tried drinking mead yet, and I'm keen, so let's drink mead. You're not entirely sure what to do, so you kinda just start drinking. To hell with it. It's rather early in the afternoon, but who's judging? You? No. Odin? Been drunk for 2 hours already. Village? Tourism spot. Love selling booze. That's nice, Viking. Have some refreshments on your way. The touristic terror befalls a scenic village, but what do they find? Fire, ruins, devastated citizenry, general traces of badass Viking actions as far as the eye can see. Yet the picturesque village is not bothered in the least. Delightful, Viking, you have shown the true power of proper raiding. I don't care about being a tourist hotspot anymore. They'll be back. You've taught me to enjoy myself every once in a while. Manners, rudeness, pillaging, it's all great, but it's also important to relax. Relax and let the flames of devastation warm your heart. Thank you so much, Viking. Victory! Tourism has been thwarted once more. You've brightened a picturesque village's day in doing so. A reward all by itself. And then there's treasure on top of that. So go you! We actually get choices now. Maybe the game's going to give me some options. Let's go for this one heart one, because I have no idea what the difference is going to be, and I'm curious. As a Viking, you not only have unparalleled prowess at steering boats, you also have mastered the soul, being among the top 100 worldwide at walking. And yet you feel a certain unease as you stride across the English countryside. Enemies could be anywhere. In your mind, you already begin formulating plans how to defeat those vicious land enemies. Yet you are so busy mind battling, you have not noticed that the English megafauna is already upon you. A terrifying beast, slavering and howling, emerges from a common hedge. A wild corgi approaches. What is your mighty Viking decision? Who's a good boy? The corgi is elated. It seems the monster is indeed very keen on finding out who this good boy is, because perhaps, just perhaps, this good boy might be very close. Closer than he'd think. Who's a good boy? The sheer excitement fills the dog with vast quantities of energy. Corgi intensifies. He has to know. By the gods, Viking, tell that poor dog. Tell him who the good boy is. It's me. I'm the good boy. The dog's excitement turns to disappointment in mere fractions of a second. He's sad now. You did this. You destroyed something precious. Viking, I don't think you've been a good boy here at all. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I made the right decision there. Disaster has struck. While roaming the endless sea, a sudden party-related accident causes unforeseen complications on your Viking ship. What kind of party-related accident? I want details, man. That's important. The GPS navigation device installed in all Viking vessels has shorted out, the very gadget responsible for the Vikings' historically established feats of seafaring. Without the soothing tones of the navigation aid in your ears, you're forced to orientate yourself by the coastline. You have no idea what awaits you there. And worst of all, the mead is running out. Exasperated by the circumstances, you curse your bad luck. Curse my bad luck! And just as you have done so, you spot them. A magnificent, golden town perching upon the cliffs. Its splendor is only matched by the unlikeliness of its location. Who sails there? A mere Viking? Was it you who just cursed their bad luck? There's nothing mere about this Viking, oh great village, and I think my luck is about to change. It is now. Well, I do enjoy the occasional company. If you can reach my level, that is. Oh boy, this shimmering settlement is all you ever dreamed of. Shimmering roofs, giant treasure holds, seductively scalable city walls. You are desperate to make a good first impression. So is the game actually started now? Do my choices matter? We will find out. Or should I still just keep making joke choices? I have no words to describe your splendor. Unfortunately, you have no words to describe the village's splendor, and so you stay silent and just kind of stare at the rich village. It's very awkward. Looks like you don't have much of anything to say. I suppose you should be on your way then. No, wait, there's so many other things I don't have. You should know all about them. Unsubscribe. Motherfucker! No! But it's too early to give up now, you think to yourself. That great first opening move may not have gone all that great, but you still got a classic array of Viking moves up your stylishly ripped and or non-existent sleeves. I suppose we'll see what you can do. Attack England. It's a good old standby, always works. You lead an invasion on England, both to impress the village with your skill and as a fun warm-up exercise. There you go, just invading England on the side. Pretty cool, huh? I suppose it is cool to attack England. Certainly, quite the feat. At least you weren't so shameless to assume you pillaged my treasures right away. Ooh, this village is plain hard to get. Success, you wonder. You feel less like you achieved something and more like you avoided some pitfalls. The Golden Town's air of indifference remains. No matter how much you want to find glory in conquest and battle, you just do not find it within you to commence the raid. The village's wealth and splendor is evident, yet where to begin? Your situation is not unlike that of a small child in a candy shop, confronted with a dizzying array of delectable details. Normally, you would formally introduce yourself to the innocent population to induce a moderate climate of terror, but you can't even figure out where they all live in this magical place. Feeling out of depth, dear Viking? The village's hearty laughter whips around your face, delivering oh so sweet ridicule. It's normal to feel this way when seeing a truly high-class village, you know. On any other day, I wouldn't even bother to entertain such a boorish invader. But I'm feeling rather generous today. Worship me, grovel before the splendor of my city walls, tell me how great I am, and maybe I'll deign to educate you on matters of high-class conquest. I mean, I feel like we're playing for real now, and I feel like the game's giving me hints about what will work and what won't. I feel like that's not a good option. That's not a good option. Let's take the village's advice, let's try flattery, and let's see if this actually works, and if it doesn't, then I'm never listening to this village again. I'll do anything. Anything. Well, maybe not those things where I don't know how they're spelled. Those things are mighty suspicious. But most of all, most of everything else. Then how about groveling before me and offering all your treasure? I don't think the laws of physics allow a Viking to give treasure away. It's like one direction only, you know? To do otherwise might cause the universe to collapse. Well, then that's a pretty weak anything you offered me just now. What bitter resentment! You find yourself incapable of giving treasure away. Strange that a town as rich as this one would need more treasure, but strangeness aside, the rejection remains. It seems this magnificent village does not quite take you seriously yet. How could you possibly burn and pillage an inanimate location that doesn't even respect you? It's impossible. Impossible! But I won't give up. Oh. Take this, an action that speaks truest of me as a Viking. Oh man. I kind of love this. Let's fuck it, man. I think this village needs someone to sweep them off their feet, to be bold, to raid. Raiding settlements for treasure that I will spend on booze and frivolous entertainment. Frivolous entertainment ensues in the form of badass pillaging all over the place. You soon realize that you have not won the village's trust yet, so naturally the raid cannot develop to its full potential. But that's okay. You treat the raid more as a preview for the village to judge you by, a demo tape, if you will. And so, although no houses are toppled and no treasure ends up being lifted, not that you found any, you do your best to demonstrate your pillaging power. You waste your time, Viking. Dare I say, harumph? Is this what you call growling? Hardly what an incredible village of my status is worth. What do you have to say in defense of yourself? Pillage me? I gotta try it. It feels like the game wants you to have fun and experience the more fun options, so that's what I'm gonna do. Please village me. Pillage me, village sensei. What? That was a bad noise. Yes, I submit to your unreachable heights of authority. Please, conquer me. This is getting weird. Pillage me like one of your French towns. I think I went too far with the conditioning. Okay, you know what? Forget it. We're not going this route. Aw, I'm not entirely sure how to react. Same. Same. It seems the village has yet to truly open up to you. What kind of secret does this golden town hold? If only you could know right away without that pesky interaction stuff. I think the village is poor. It's been trying to get gold from us, and we couldn't find any gold when we raided it. So, I don't know. Let's try chatting. We'll drink some mead. We'll get to know each other a bit. You pour delicious mead down your throat in an attempt to convey your feelings to the village, but it is for naught. The village is still not impressed. You're feeling quite desperate. What's wrong, Viking? Feeling desperate, yeah? No, I'm not. That narrator guy has it all wrong. Do I now? I suggest you give up. You'll never get to raid such a premium city like myself if you don't cooperate. I mean, I just did raid you, motherfucker. Yeah, that's the incisive one. Is it just me, or is this extremely rich-looking town kind of low on actual... It's just you. Yep, just you, a single Viking, all alone on Mount Doubt. What a daredevil, going crazy in their isolation. I'm just saying, it's a little late in your conquest to start asking questions now, don't you think? Now be a good Viking and praise me. This is still weird. Something is definitely off here. You feel like this is no normal village, and no normal, absurdly rich village either. Could there be trickery afoot? Every Viking knows that honesty is the basis of a healthy pillageship, yet it seems like this splendid location is playing games. What hope do you have now? It seems too late. With the last of your fading strength, you begin a last Viking action against all hope. I think if it's the final action, we got a raid, motherfucker. You lead the Vikings on another raid. Axe-swinging action abounds. But familiar despair leaves your Viking action empty and disheartened. What purpose is there to all this? The nasty village is just going to complain again that you're not giving them any treasure as an offering. And sure enough. I don't need to see any more of this. You're still not growling before me, or giving me any treasure. This has been a waste of my time. No. Interesting. So, rejected. Let's try that again. Disaster is struck. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Skip ahead. Yeah, let's try this, knowing what we do know now about the village. I came to plunder. What? I came, here to plunder and, gulp. You find it impossible to focus. The village's splendor is just too great. Every surface seems polished and golden, delivering scorching beams of sunlight straight into your badass Viking scowl. Well, needless to say, I've heard better. But it's too early to give up now, you think to yourself. That first opening move may not have gone all that great, but you still got a classic array of Viking moves up your stylishly ripped and or non-existent sleeves. I suppose we'll see what you can do. Let's drink some mead. You guzzle the remaining mead to boost your conquering prowess. But what's this? The village hasn't even been paying attention. They seem bored even. How can this be? Your awe-inspiring feat of imbibbery was supposed to impress their sentiment of affection. You feel silly, but also a little drunk, and now also sad. No matter how much you want to find glory in conquest and battle, you just do not find it within you to commence the raid. The village's wealth and splendor is evident, yet where to begin? Your situation is not unlike that of a small child in a candy shop, confronted with a dizzying array of delectable details. Normally, you would formally introduce yourself to the innocent population to induce a moderate climate of terror, but you can't even figure out where they all live in this magical place. Feeling out of depth, dear Viking? The village's hearty laughter whips around your face, delivering oh-so-sweet ridicule. It's normal to feel this way when seeing a truly high-class village, you know. On any other day, I wouldn't even bother to entertain such a boorish invader. But I'm feeling rather generous today. Blah blah blah, we've read this all before. Yeah, let's... Didn't go well last time when we questioned this. Let's ask a question. Why do none of these houses have doors? Huh? Why would you ask such a weird thing? Now that is totally unfounded and weird. Did I say weird yet? You did, multiple times. Must be because it's true. Don't ask such weird things. It is quite difficult to read the body language of a village. You have to squint quite a lot to do it. Could it be that the Golden Town is feeling nervous? Anyway, it's not chic to have doors. It's all the rage in cities' design these days. And now, enough of that. It seems this magnificent village does not quite take you seriously yet. How could you possibly burn and pillage an inanimate location that doesn't even respect you? Let's try praising Odin. Praising Odin, greatest, coolest, and best smelling of all gods. Hear my words, brave Viking. Even if the village demands it, humiliating yourself is not the answer. And that's where you're wrong. Well, yeah, that's just like your opinion, man. Oh man, that Odin voice is destroying my throat. Dare I say, harumph. Is this what you call growling? Hardly what an incredible village of my status is worth. What do you have to say in defense of yourself? As your gaze wanders over to the enticingly rich town, you suddenly notice a few details that seem off. Perhaps it's because you were preoccupied with impressing the town, or perhaps all the golden walls literally blinded you to the truth. You frown at a nearby window, a window through which, in any other village, one might gaze at interior decoration ready to be destroyed in an awesome fashion. Yet no such interior decor can be gazed at whatsoever. What is this? Has your shame struck you silent, knave? You do not know what a knave is, but you do know one thing. This window is painted on. It's fake. In fact, the entire house, maybe. It appears as if the house front is supported by an elaborate set of cheap scaffolding. This wall, it's not gold at all. Is this cardboard? The very opposite of gold? What trickery is this? Swiftly, you sabotage the scaffolding. Any little Viking action could now make it topple over. Huh? What did you say, Viking? You're suddenly much quieter than usual. Oh, nothing. Just setting things up. Something is definitely off here. You feel like this is no normal village, and no normal, absurdly rich village either. Could there be trickery afoot? Every Viking knows that honesty is the basis of a healthy pillage ship. It seems like this splendid location is putting up a disguise. My Viking actions shall reveal the truth. What? I think it's time to raid. The raid has begun, but this time it's not the treasure that is your target, because that treasure is fake. No, this time you throw the full weight of a Viking unit into the fake cardboard buildings. What are you doing? You aren't appreciating my golden beauty at all. This is not what I wanted you to do. This cardboard doesn't fool me. I don't know what you're talking about. But it is too late. You robbed the cardboard facade of its structural integrity. The gold-painted houses wobble, and then, slowly... No! Wow. What are you looking at? There's nothing to see here. The disguise gives way to the astonishing truth. The gold-painted, cheap cardboard walls fall over and reveal a much smaller village, which is not even a tiny bit golden. One might go as far as to say they're kind of mud-colored, not exactly the coloration of the nouveau rich. You can scarcely believe your eyes. What you thought to be a magnificent, alluring town of great riches was, in truth, a poor assembly of shacks. By Thor, I did not see this coming. Oh, isn't that just great for you? Now get out of here. Yeah, you know, we should still pillage this village. Just because they're not a rich village doesn't mean, you know. Why did you pretend to be a rich village? Why do you care? I had my reasons. You could never understand. Leave me alone. But don't you get it? There's no treasure to plunder here. No treasure? None. Nada. No. The uncustomary shape of a fort forms in your headbutt delivery vehicle. The village was never golden or rich for that matter. The only wealth to be found here is made of cardboard, and good luck cashing that one in. You tricked me? I suppose. I see. That's why you stayed so emotionally distant and made all those demands. You wanted to take advantage of my desire to please you, and have me bring you treasure, so that you could one day be a wealthy village for real. Isn't it so? You look at the freshly demasked village like you're really smart. The considerably poorer looking settlement sighs. Yes, that's what I hoped. Just didn't see any other way to become a rich village, adored and pillaged in equal measure. Not in this economy. It's this darn remote location of mine. Not every village has a prime location on the Commerce Interstate Delivery Network these days. But do they really need all those treasures to be a real village? What do you mean? Sure, Vikings love acquiring gold from other lesser awesome people, but that's not all there is to pillaging. Even cheap housings burn in a very romantic way, like candles at a rendezvous. Both conqueror and conqueree can find joy in the fleeing of peasants, no matter how much investments they hold. Those who raid for mere trophies have stopped loving the act of raiding itself, something beautiful and deeply artistic. Are you pitying me? What? No, I will not have anyone have pity on me, no matter how sexy they are. Ooh, they think I'm sexy. Now go, leave me be. Your Viking actions have revealed a painful truth. Now the village's heart is clouded by self-doubt and shame, plus the smoke from all the burning buildings. This isn't what you wanted, you lament. While it was wrong of the village to lie like that, no one should feel such profound sadness. Isn't there anything you could do to show the village that they're still appreciated? Anything? I think we raid. You keep at it. You tell the village that they matter. We raid. Yeah, baby. Your raid shatters walls and defenses alike. Sudden as a gust of wind and true as your Viking soul that wreaks havoc upon the land. What are you doing? I'm raiding your settlements. What do you think? But I'm a poor, miserable village. There's nothing to plunder. You're wasting your time. Do not think treasure is the only measure of a village's heart. My feelings for this raid, and for you, shine with a golden glimmer of their own. You are a true village. Dare I say, one of the finest. You've shown ingenuity and determination which few towns can brag about, and I respect your hustle. You got game, and I'm a player. I can't believe it. Oh, we nearly got to 3 hearts there. Interesting. So, yeah, the game's throwing twists at me. Countless conquests have been accomplished. By Odin, you're feeling awfully successful. As you gaze upon the land from a suitably epic cliffside, you are overcome by a strong urge to yell triumphantly. Your lung capacity is only matched by your capacity for winning. Oh there, wandering Viking. Is that a winning yell I hear? An overpoweringly smug Viking smugs onto the scene. At your time of triumph, someone else appears to just to sneer at you. What is this? A teaser for the full version? Who are you, weirdly well-manicured Viking? I am called Bjorn Rivalson, most powerful and most successful among Vikings. I have heard your yell of triumph, so I am here to open your eyes to the truth. Huh? What truth? I will destroy it! The truth that you have achieved barely anything. You suck. Hey. Yeah, you heard me. That's like super rude. Good. You're nasty. Also good. I can tell you're gonna be a hassle to deal with in the full game version. But... An accusatory Viking finger is pointed at you, piercing the skies like a thunderbolt. Face it, Demo Viking. You shall never aspire to those lofty heights of being my rival with just those demo villages. The premium quality Viking known as Bjorn Rivalson laughs at you, clearly feeling like he's put you in your place. He begins to leave. His mighty warship, which has somehow followed you up from here from the cliffside entirely on land, serves to what his new destination, faraway lands of untold riches. Farewell, beginner Viking. You still suck. Wow, you're really hurting my feelings. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd like to keep doing that if possible. What? You wish to meet with me once again? Impossible. In this demo, at least. For I reside in the exotic lands of England, France, and even Sweden. Then I'll find a way to follow you into the lands beyond the demo, and tell you again to your face that you suck. You're nothing if not persistent. Perhaps we will meet again. See you in Valhalla, Viking. Bjorn Rivalson's ship zooms off. It's unclear how it does that on land. One thing is clear, there's a lot more to conquer. True love waits for you still. Well, that was Doki Doki Ragnarok. I actually had a real fun time playing that demo, and I hope you had as fun of a time watching me play. This is available on Steam, this demo. The early access game is actually available over on itch.io. I will put the link in the description. If you like this video, I would love it if you left me a like or a comment. I'm a new channel and that really helps out small YouTubers like me. Thank you for watching and have yourself a great day.